Good afternoon, everybody. This is Rick Mertell with Synergy Financial Partners. We're here to talk about the Veteran Entrepreneur Training System, something that we put together a few months ago, where we are actually trying to expand our business and looking for veterans that we can help to train to build a business for themselves, but not by themselves. Typically, it's myself and Don Rice, the president of our company, who's down in Atlanta, Georgia, but he hasn't made it on yet today, so I'm going to start without him. Every day that we meet, we talk a little bit about the program, because right now, currently, there's about 200,000 veterans that are going to be transitioning from military to civilian life just this year alone. And veterans have a lot of the skills that are necessary for what we do. I mean, they're already used to working with a system. They're good with teamwork, integrity, and they're very good at problem solving, which is what we do for people. We solve their financial problems and help them. And service is a big thing with veterans too, because they served their country, took care of all of us, and we are so we're just looking to kind of pass that forward, to help them to build a business and transition themselves from military to civilian life. So today we always talk about one piece of what we do, just to kind of give an introduction of the different ways that we help people. And today we're going to talk about living benefits. It's one of my passions, because it's something that I discovered probably about 9 years ago. I've been in the business for 25, and I never heard of living benefits. Life insurance that most people know about does one thing. When you die, it provides money to your family, and that's a great thing, and it's been around for hundreds of years. But living benefits goes a step further. So not only are you protected your family by being covered, but when you have the living benefits, you're protecting yourself too. Because nowadays, things happen to people. You could have a heart attack, a stroke, a diagnosis of cancer. I believe heart attacks are about every 33 seconds. Somebody has one in the United States. And every 40 seconds, somebody has a stroke. And they say 1 in 3 people will be diagnosed with some type of cancer. So it happens quite often. And with the traditional life insurance, if you have those things and you survive, they do absolutely nothing for you. And with the living benefits, you can, with those incidents, you can actually access up to 90% of your death benefit while you're alive, which can take care of a lot of different things. Can pay your bills, can pay for somebody to take care of you, can pay your house payment, can pay for modifications to your house. Just pretty much use the money for whatever it is you want. So first thing we're going to do is just start with a little short video, as we always do. And it's a cartoon type video, and it just gives you some information about how life insurance has changed. So Scott, if you could pull that up for us, please.
When Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone in 1876, he designed it to do one thing.
Echoing like crazy.
These days, it
Echoing
seems we use
like
our
crazy.
phones for everything but phone calls. Today's phones are our text messengers, calculators, books, planners, navigators, our cameras, music players, internet browsers, stock traders, even our flashlights. Phones evolved to include so many other useful features because we needed them to, yet we still just call them phones. This same evolution by necessity has happened with other products over the years, and life insurance is no exception. When life insurance was invented way back in the 1600s, it was also designed to do one thing: to financially protect your loved ones when your life is over. And like phones, life insurance evolved because we needed it to. With modern advancements in medicine, suffering a critical illness like a heart attack, stroke, or cancer diagnosis no longer necessarily means death. In fact, 90% of people who suffer a heart attack these days survive that event. That's where the new, evolved kind of life insurance policy comes in, one that adds living benefits. Living benefits policies are essentially the smartphones of life insurance. They allow your life insurance policy to not just be a parting gift, but also provide the ability to accelerate the death benefit if you suffer a critical, chronic, or terminal illness. This ability can help save your financial life by unlocking a whole new list of ways to use your policy while you're still living.
Hello?
And oftentimes, it does all of this at the same price as the old kind of life insurance. Living benefits protect you, your loved ones, and your wallet, not only in case you die, but also in case you don't. Two things always happen when you suffer a critical or chronic illness. Your expenses go up, and your income goes down. When your expenses get higher than your income, that's when debt begins to pile up. This is the exact trap that so many Americans are falling into every single day. In fact, 60% of all bankruptcies that occur in the U.S. are the direct result of a critical illness and the medical expenses that follow. With living benefits, the policyholder has the option to accelerate a portion of their death benefit to replace their income and help with those added expenses. These benefits are the difference between just surviving the illness and having a life afterwards. And the best part is, they come at no extra cost to the consumer. So what kind of life insurance is protecting your family? Your granddad's traditional death benefit only coverage?
I don't know if I'm hearing anything.
Or the new evolved life insurance with built-in living benefits? If you're still using the rotary phone of life insurance, maybe it's time for an upgrade.
It's like I said, I've been in the business for 25 years, and when I discovered these living benefits, the first thing I did was got it myself, and then went to all my clients, my family, my friends, and just all my clients, just to tell them that they have to take a look at this, because it's a big deal. It's a huge thing. And probably about 75% of my hundreds of clients either switched their insurance to this, or they added it in addition to, because these living benefits are just really, we're kind of, moving toward them. With even most right now, probably about 5% of the companies out there offer them, and they're very different, with different companies. And we've found some of the best companies. National Life Group, for one, it was kind of the inventor of living benefits, and they have some of the most powerful living benefits out there. So that's one of the main companies that we use. But I talked to everybody, and the people that could, like I said, they either switched or they added it in addition to what they had, because these things happen so often. So living benefits is a huge part of what we do, and what really kind of my passion, because it's something that sets us apart from the average life insurance agent. And there's so much more that can come with. And for those of you who are familiar with the difference between term and permanent insurance, these living benefits come with both. And if you typically in the past, if you had a term insurance policy and you came into a situation like that and you needed some money, there would be no money available because there's no cash value. So with the living benefits, what it does is allows you to access the death benefit ahead of time, which it does take away from your death benefit when you die, but you can have the money when you need it. Because what a lot of people do in those situations is they'll drain their savings account, they'll drain their retirement account, they'll drain their family, they'll start a GoFundMe, and this is just a much better way to provide money to take care of yourself and your family. So it's a huge advantage over the traditional type. So as I said, what we're talking about here today is the Veteran Entrepreneur Training System. and we are just looking to get the word out as much as we can to as many veterans as we can, because we know that many of them have the entrepreneurial spirit and that they want to start a business. And the traditional path to start a business, there's a few different ways you can do it. I mean, one, you would have to have an idea. Two, you would have to have some money. You would have to, then sometimes you could do a franchise, a proven type business, but the costs are great. And with Synergy Financial Partners, it's a proven system. We have a formatted system that you can follow, and we have a training system to take you through. So it's something that pretty much anybody of any walk of life can master. I mean, I myself started as a printer at an envelope factory. I was there for 15 years when I came into this business. I knew absolutely nothing about the financial services business. But with the help of my mentors and friends, I was able to, I started part-time actually. And I was able to, after a few years, I was making more money part-time than I was on my full-time 50, 60 hour a week job. And I was able to transition into a full-time position with Synergy, and it's been a great ride. And the favorite thing I do is I have a servant mentality myself, and helping people is huge for me. And the gratitude that I get from helping somebody, I mean, it just makes me feel good. It makes me sleep well at night, knowing that I've done something good for people. And we really just want to get as many veterans, get this word out to them, as many as possible. So if you are a veteran or you know a veteran, please share this information with us. You can reach me on my cell phone number, 314-497-6854, or at my email is rick.mertell@gmail.com. My website is rickmertell.com, and you can take a look at our website, and you can see a lot of different videos and different information about our company and the things that we do for people. So we'd just like everybody to help spread the word about the Veteran Entrepreneur Training System, and please help us to help them. Because that's what it's all about. We want to just get the word out to people and share that news and help people build a business so they can take care of their family. And they can do it on a part-time basis. They can do it, they can do it full-time. Most people start part-time, but you can build it and work full-time, and you can build it as big as you want. We have agents in probably about 20 states. And we can work with anybody anywhere. I mean, today with technology, we can do things over the internet. I mean, I actually have some clients that I've never met in person, that I just met through the internet. We did a presentation through the internet, taught them some things, made some choices for them, or they made choices with my help and us educating them. And we were able to help them out, and their families are protected. So it's a wonderful thing. So we're going to probably end this with another video that it's actually a testimonial. And for those of you who wanted to see Don, he's in this video, and it's actually one of his clients. So it's close to home, and this video shows how the living benefits work and what they can do for a family. So, Scott, if you'd start that video for us, please.
Be glad to.
My name is Shannon Hay, and this is my living benefits story. Kevin and I met when
He was in chiropractic school. Literally, it was from day one. We fell in love, and we've been together every day since. We just enjoyed each other's company, and we were best friends. We have 6 kids: Chrislyn, Caitlin, Cameron, Shaylin, Caden, and Ashlyn, and we live on beautiful 12 acres in White County.
My name is Don Rice. I'm from Canton, Georgia. I work with Synergy Financial Partners as a financial advisor. And what we do at Synergy Financial is we teach people how money works and also the power of living benefits.
We originally met Don Rice. He was a patient at our chiropractic office, Affordable Chiropractor in Woodstock, Georgia. Kevin was a friend to all of his patients, so they quickly became friends.
It just turned into where we would just, help each other. Anytime I was in pain, he would help me, and anytime he was in financial pain, he would give me a call, and we just worked together from there. You couldn't have known a better person.
So Kevin's office, he ran by himself. He had no receptionist. He had no CA, chiropractic assistant, nobody. It was just him. People would come in, they sign in, they go to a table. When that table becomes available, the next person goes in. The practice grew so fast. We got to where we were seeing 300 or 400 or 500 patients a week. He was seeing about 100 people a day.
With him really running everything, if something were to happen to him, his business would be gone. As a small business owner, he didn't really have anything in place for himself as far as retirement. He was just building his business and planning on retiring that way. We went through all the benefits of the IUL, the loan provision, which allows you access to accumulated value. You have living benefits, and then you also have the death benefit that all of them would have at the end. Little did we know at the time that we would actually be using all of these benefits within about a 6-year period of time.
We had coverage set up from a previous agent, and Don helped us modify our plan to help us better. That modification allowed us to be where we are today.
Dr. Hay was 41 years old when we put this policy in place. Completely healthy, no issues whatsoever. The policy was put in place for tax-free retirement purposes. The first time he was able to utilize the benefits of his policy was when he was still healthy, and that was with the loan provision. He had accumulated enough money into his policy over the first few years that he was able to actually buy his office building. And that's one of the things that Shannon tells me all the time is she is so happy that she owns the building outright because it puts her in such a better position with the business and the practice as it is now. Life can be very unpredictable, and in this case, that actually proved to be true. Just a few years later, after we've put this policy in place, everything changed.
We had a time in February when we thought he had food poison. He needed to go get checked out. The doctor called us back and told us to meet in his office, and that's when they told us they found a tumor. Within just a few days, we found out it was cancer. He had colorectal cancer.
I had went into his office that day and was just there to get adjusted, and it came up. He just mentioned to me that he had just been diagnosed. That's where the living benefits really come in. The fact that he had that critical illness rider, and when he was diagnosed with cancer, we were able to accelerate that death benefit and actually put over $600,000 worth of living benefit in his hand as peace of mind.
I asked him to stop working. Our main focus was him healing during that time. We were able to hire a chiropractor to come in the office. We were able to hire a receptionist to take over and handle our finances at the office at the time. We weren't used to paying 2 salaries, and that money had to come from somewhere. And luckily, we were able to use the living benefits policy to do that.
One of the big benefits of the living benefit was actually giving him peace of mind on how he used the money.
We did a lot of research on natural cancer treatments. There were several alternative treatments that without the living benefits policy, we never would have been able to afford. We had a dream always of having a big barn building for the kids to play in. We got the barn finished on September 2nd. So September 18th, sometime during the night that night, he woke up and talked to me for the last time. That conversation that night let me know that we were at the end. As soon as I got up the next morning on the 19th, I called the kids and I said, "You need to come and you need to be prepared." I called Don, and he came right away.
As an agent, it's always hard when you lose a client. It really is. But this was even more so, just because he was such a good friend of mine. He has 6 kids. So that was huge, being able to walk in, hand them that check, not just condolences. the family was able to receive over $1 million worth of death benefit to continue his legacy into the future. It paid for their house. It paid for an entire farm, and they've built a barn in their home and everything on that farm. So just seeing them every day there and knowing what he was able to put in place, that legacy he was able to build, it's a wonderful thing.
Not every day's easy. Most days are hard. But we have a lot to be thankful for. We really have a lot to be thankful for. We were actually able to bury Kevin out here on the farm. We created our own graveyard cemetery, and we can see him anytime we want. It's just nice to have him close. The very best part of all this is that from this day forward, my kids are all taken care of. Their future is set. They have trust funds set up. They have life insurance policy set up with living benefits.
Dr. Hayes' case really shows the versatility of the IUL as an asset class. It was actually able to be what he needed to be when he needed it. While he was healthy, he was able to use the loan provisions in order to grow his business, as well as setting up a tax-free retirement plan for himself. When he did get sick, he was able to use the living benefit portion in order to keep his business running and give him peace of mind to have cash in hand in order to pay for medical expenses, things like that. And then when he did finally pass away, he was able to keep his business running for his family and also provide cash for the legacy to help move his family into the future.
I personally have my own living benefits policy now. I have one on each of my children at this point. You just don't know what tomorrow brings. And in those times, it's just awesome to know if something were to happen, I could pick up the phone and call Don and he'd be there with a check. We have the honor of him being our friend outside of just being our agent.
Just being there and able to serve them that way, it makes what I do every day the best thing in the world.
Don couldn't have said it better. I mean, it makes what we do the best thing in the world. We're probably going to be a little short today since I'm having to do all the talking, but that's okay. So just want to once again say this is the Veteran Entrepreneur Training System podcast radio show, and we're just trying to reach veterans that are transitioning from the military to civilian life. They possess a lot of the skills that are necessary to do what we do, and we want to help them to build a business for themselves, but not by themselves, with us. And we're just trying to build an army of people so we can help more people. So if you'd like to learn more about it, feel free to call me at 314-497-6854, or you can email me at rick.mertell, and that's Mertell, as you can see on the screen, at gmail.com, or my website is rickmertell.com. And please reach out to us. Please share this with veterans that you know, or share it with anybody you know. Just want to reach as many people as we can, get the word out about what we do so we can help more families. I believe that'll be all we need for the day, Scott. Thank you, sir.
Y'all have a great day.